So now, kind of want to talk about um, the Bad Boy Pistons because the episode 3 and episode 4 coming as the Dennis Rodman episodes, and they're gonna touch upon the Detroit Pistons and whatnot. So I kind of want to talk about the Detroit Pistons. They're an all-time great team. I mean, people don't want to give them as much credit as they're due because of their play style. And it's just an ugly play style where you know it's just people getting thrown down the floor, like super rough house play that's super physical. But at the same time, dude, they had great players. They had obviously Isaiah Thomas, Joe Dumars, who's arguably you know the greatest backcourt of all time. You got Adrian Dantley, followed by Mark Aguirre. You got you know you had these guys, Vinny Johnson, like hell, even Bill Laimbeer for all the shit that he does, like he was he was good. Like he made the All Star team a couple of times, led the league in rebounding. I mean, this team was was an all time great team. Like in my opinion, Isaiah Thomas is the second greatest point guard of all time. Like now you're probably thinking like, dude, like how is he the second greatest point guard of all time? Like he doesn't really have the stats and like whatnot or the records compared to like John Stockton, you know Oscar Robertson. Doesn't have records like Steph Curry. Like so, how is he the second greatest player or not greatest player, second point guard of all time? I mean, in my opinion, like dude, like obviously Magic Johnson is the greatest point guard of all time, but during that time where in the '80s, which is when Isaiah played. In that time, Isaiah Thomas was making first team All NBA in the point guard position over Magic Johnson. Like, I just imagine that, right? Like, like Isaiah Thomas was making All NBA first team in the point guard position. He's made it multiple times, first team over Magic Johnson. So that should show you that Isaiah Thomas, is a great impactful player. He is probably, the greatest small guy other than Steph Curry at his position. He is, he's won championships without a dominant, center. Now you can argue that, like Bill Laimbeer, he still made the All Star. Like for why Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time is because he's won outside of the NBA winning formula. Like Michael Jordan has never had a dominant big man to win a championship compared to guys like Magic Johnson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, like stuff like that. He's won multiple championships. Well, like with guys like Bill Wellington, Bill Cartwright, Will Perdue, like all these like centers that they had. Judd Buechler, like stuff like that. Like he's never had like a dominant big man. He's had just role players as centers. Wow. Isaiah Thomas, he's never had a dominant big man per se, but Bill Laimbeer has made all-star appearances in the NBA. And you can't really say that for like point guards because I mean just think about usually the point guards in the top 10 position of point guards of all time have had dominant, big men. Obviously number one's Magic Johnson. In my opinion, the third greatest point guard is Oscar Robinson. Oscar Robinson won a championship with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Steph Curry is in a unique position as well, but at the same time, he's had like his small ball lineup of Draymond Green, who's had multiple All Star appearances as well. So Draymond Green kind of plays that pseudo big man, ball handler kind of role, but I mean, you get what I'm saying. Top five. Number five in my opinion is John Stockton. John Stockton played with Karl Malone. A dominant big man in his entire NBA career. I mean, the list goes on. Gary Payton, Sean Kemp, Jason Kidd. He's played with Dirk Nowitzki. He's played with Kenyon Martin, who was the defensive player of the year that time. Steve Nash played with Dirk Nowitzki. Amar Stoudemire, Bob Cousy's played with Bill Russell. Even Jerry West played with Will Chamberlain. So going back to like Isiah Thomas, like all those like big man players that the point guards have played, Bill Laimbeer is far from the list of tiers that those players have been on. And Isiah Thomas was able to win 2 championships with Detroit Pistons with Bill Laimbeer as a center. Like Isiah Thomas is the only player that can say that he in one championship run he's beaten Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, and Magic Johnson. And if it wasn't for that ankle injury, the Detroit Pistons probably would win a 3-peat. And that's just saying something right there. Like they're just one ankle injury away from putting the Lakers away, because no ankle injury, and the Lakers are already in trouble because the Lakers play style of Showtime is they're basically a fast break, offense team where they're usually running, there's usually a running team. And the thing is, like with the Detroit Pistons, like they can keep up with you. Like they have athletes as well that can run. And you got Dennis Rodman, Joe Dumars, Isiah Thomas. He has some great defenders. They're able to nullify a lot of what the Lakers can do. I mean, the Lakers went to 7, I believe, with the Detroit Pistons, and the next season they get swept. So, like, for me, like Isiah Thomas, like he doesn't get as much credit as he deserves to, because people know him for. I think people mostly are known to think of him as the guy who gets left off the dream team a lot. And it's kind of unfair, but it is what it is, because the NBA is transitioning to like a new era, which is the 90s, and they wanted to like leave like all that 80s rough housing stuff away and just move on to like transition to a new kind of NBA landscape, and which was kind of like an international landscape with the NBA. And that's probably the reason why Isiah Thomas wasn't on the dream team, even though he deserves to be on the dream team. I mean, Isiah Thomas, is an all-time great and the greatest Detroit Piston player of all time.